Kia ora, no mai, haere mai. Welcome to Smallbone Park here in Hillcrest, Rotorua. It is round 7 of the 2024-25 Jensen Steel Baywide T20 competition. Just had a moment's silence, as you can see on screen there, for Rusty McKnight, founding member of this club. Son and grandson plays, represents Geyser as well. It's a sad moment. On New Year's Day, hearing the passing of him and going by, I didn't know the guy personally, I know Scott and Carl, and those are great lads, so I can only imagine that Rusty would have been as well. Hopefully we'll get some words at some point. Anyway, out the middle, Geyser have won the toss and elected to bat. We had a lot, well, by the sound of things, due to Geyser beating Te Puke yesterday by Duckworth Lewis, there was a bit of rain and came out of nowhere apparently, and then overnight there was a lot of rain left on the covers. But we're all good and set ready for on-time action. Right, so first ball here from the south end. Going to start the spin, right arm over to Ravi Yarwood Paintal, and it'll get off the mark with a run. First ball, just waiting to see who, it is the, who was the opening bowler for the Mount. So it's Peter Drysdale starting things off. On fine blue sunny skies, as I was saying, the weather yesterday wasn't that great. Coming from Paeroa, surprised with the amount of water that was on the covers. It's always one of those things, Crispian, when I'm doing work like that as a commentator. I'm sure this is not part of my job description, trying to get the covers off. But so it's just worked onto the leg side, and Sean Gapes will be off the mark as well.
Nicely appreciated, and welcome this morning. It's a beautiful day in Rotorua, as per usual.
Well, my turnaround was that I don't have a job description anyway, so it was a gorgeous day. 3 balls left in the first over. Big swing and a miss outside off. Since the start of last season in T20s, Ravi's got 240 runs at an average of 17. Good strike rate of 112. Highest score last year against Greerton, 65. Is a balk. I have to say I was umpiring Eden Roskell's mixed squad T20 on Thursday, sorry. This winds up, goes leg side this time, but there is protection back there. Take another single. And one bowler threatened to do the man cat, and I had to laugh because the batter was actually outside the crease, but he had his bat in the crease, but he actually lifted at the time of the man cat. It wasn't, they didn't try the man cat, it was just a friendly warning, as this one was worked down to long on for 1. Ends the over, 4 without loss. So Crispian, tell us more about Rusty McKnight.
Rusty McKnight, well, he just passed away just start of the year, 1st of January. He would have been close to 80.
He was 3 weeks short, I noticed.
Yeah, very loved his cricket. The founder of Geyser Cricket Club, we call him the Pope, and rightly so. He's just one of those all-round good blokes. Very funny, very witty. You certainly knew where you stood with him. and really much appreciated. So a huge part of not just Geyser and cricket, but just our community as a whole.
Well, Bay of Plenty Cricket were posting about it. Other clubs were acknowledging it as well, I saw. So as I said at the start, I didn't know the guy personally, but judging by the response and what I know of Scott and Carl, can't have been a bad bloke.
No, beautiful tribute this morning with both teams having a moment, and obviously yesterday as well, when Geyser took on Te Puke and honoured his legacy with a rare win.
It was a good way to start. As the first ball of the new over, cut straight to forward point. Henry Conway is the new bowler.
Look, we need to be honest, Mount are the giants of Bay of Plenty Premier Cricket, so this is a huge task for Geyser, but they'll be up for it.
As you said, definitely a win to start the weekend yesterday. This is a swing outside off, and it's given. Caught behind. Sean Gapes goes. First wicket falls. It's 4-for-1.
Yeah, gave him a bit of width outside off stump. Invited Sean for the drive. Just got a little piece of it, and yeah, Sean were disappointed, but yeah, well bowled. Appreciate it, he wants it.
Evan Fisher at the batting creases. Crispo and I are arguing how to pronounce it. Where about he's Durban, isn't he? He's from Durban?
Durban, yeah, under 19 South African prodigy, so comes with plenty of raps, and he certainly has produced, and he's come to a good reign of form recently for Geyser, and we certainly will be requiring him today.
Well, 100. You know these stats are well, since the start of last season in T20 cricket, but he's only played this season. 199 runs, which sits him 26th on the list. Average of 33, which is 15th, having played 15 or more innings. It's a good strike rate of 130. So first ball to the left-hander from Conway, and a drive outside off. It's full, but through the keeper. We're talking about the rain, Crispo, but I have to say that pitch is not bad.
No, it bounced back well. We had a pretty good season with the Smallbone this year. Groundsman's really done a great job, so we're pretty pleased with how it's producing runs and opportunity for bowlers as well.
Yeah, something in it, because it's game 1 of 2 on this pitch today. This one's flicked down leg and is called wide. Maunganui taking on the Bay of Plenty Indians later on this afternoon. And Crispy, and you've been at the over 50s interprovincial at Pakaranga. How did you find it?
Yeah, it's good fun actually. Yeah, the body's a bit sore on it, but
Body's reminding you you're not under 50.
That's right.
I can't talk.
Weighing again.
And bowled! Middle and off! It's gone straight through him.
Yeah, looks like he got played on, I think. But yeah,
Oh, has he played on? Okay.
But still, results the same, unfortunately.
I was thinking those bails flew off a bit quick, and it's 5 for 2. You better at the crease, Cohen Stewart. Under 19s?
Just turned 20.
Just turned 20. I knew he was around that mark. That's the first ball from Conway. This one, backward point, and it's 4 runs, first boundary of the morning. Solid looking shot as well, Crispian.
Look, he'll be searching to get the bat on ball. A little bit of width outside off stump, and he doesn't need any second invitation.
It's also an ND Māori rep, correct?
That's right. Yeah,
yep.
Nationals in about 3 weeks.
Lord
Elsmore as well.
At Lloyd Elsmore as well. Great facilities.
We're looking to take some form into that tournament.
I'll bring up what I was talking to you off air in a moment, Crispian. As the next ball plays at the same place, might get the same results. He will. It's a lot more force on this one. It's 4. Enzy over. 2 gone. 13 for 2.
Does look like the pitch is playing reasonably well. Just needed, a bit of luck, bit of patience. Even though it's T20, just make sure it gives us every chance at the back end to cash in.
Well, when I looked at it, the covers had only, just come off. It only just dragged the covers off the field. So, and it looked pretty good state then, and it had an hour on it, hour's sun on it. So I'm not surprised at how it's playing. Some of the, especially club grounds, you can get that ball just to stick a little bit, can't you?
Looks like an early change here, Bev.
Yeah, it will be one from the southern end. Just waiting to see who the bowler is, because it's pace instead of spin. On the 30th of January, if you're hanging around Ken Maunganui Park, which is suburbs New Lynn in Auckland, a night with Merv Hughes. Tickets are $120 each, which gets you a 2-course meal and some drinks. There's also an invitational game that I'll be covering earlier on that day. And I agreed with Kate Hillier-Cook from Suburbs that payment can be a ticket to that night. And, good character that Merv Hughes is. First ball in the new over comes down the wicket. Does Ravi, it's through cover, and it's 4. Good start, some good pressure being showed here by Geyser.
Yeah, good intent. Justin Earl into the crease, just a little bit full outside off stump, and Ravi again. He won't die wondering, having a crack at that. Ben Parlay and the keeper now is coming up to the stumps, just to keep Ravi in check, looks like. Ravi in his second year with Geyser from the UK.
This is the next one played down the ground.
Just one down to
just
long on there.
Just the one. Yeah, if you're interested in that night, the night with Merv Hughes at Ken Maunganui Park, you can contact Suburbs New Lynn to purchase those tickets. There is somewhere else, but it's completely gone past me. As the next ball's just played on the ground, played on the crease to cover. The only problem with sunlight is on the sweep down leg, and it's called wide. Yeah, that's the old problem with having a sunny day like this, with the sun right on top of you, Crispian, is that you can't hide for it. Can't hide from it very easily, can you? With technology. Short third man and short fine leg in play, as this one's just driven down to mid-off, takes a single with it.
Yeah, running with a shot there, Stuart. He moves on to 9.
It's rocket along to 9, actually.
Actually really need to see someone like Peter Drysdale out there, coming back from his ND duties, finding a hole in his calendar to play club cricket.
As this is an outside edge, it's beaten third man, short third man, and I'll pick up 2. If it doesn't roll away, it does, it's 4.
Just makes it, I think.
It was one of those tricky ones, isn't it, where you chase and the ball goes away from you, and just reaches the boundary, just pulls up short. It's awful. This one's cut. Going to run with a shot odds. This fielder there at point, and they'll pick up 2. Don't think it's going to reach the boundary, and they'll come back for 3. One of those advantages, Crispy, and anyone who's been here to the Bone notices there are big boundaries here.
Yeah, they certainly are.
3 gone, 27 for 2. Guys are just rebuilding now after that, after 2 wickets in the previous 2 overs. Thinking it is, no, yeah, I was going to say, it's a problem with not being next to the scorers. Not too sure. We think it's Henry Conway to continue. He's got 1 over 2 for 9. Wait and see. Comes down the wicket and slaps this to the left of mid-off, and they take 1. It is Conway.
He'll be looking to tighten up his line against Stewart after the last over.
Yeah, well, he's hit 2 4s through point, and there's a regulation point and a backward point in for that shot, as well as short third man. Finally going to the boundary, just in mid wickets on the boundary as well. The player you can see off underneath the lights is the coach. I believe it might be Chris Pringle there. Oh, top of leg. And the third wicket falls. It's 28 for 3.
Well bowled. Coming down, Cohen, looking to be aggressive. Didn't find the length he liked, and yeah, was well beaten. He's out for 9 off just 5 deliveries, so Mount really charging on here. And the Henry Conway's spell, he now has 3 for 10.
All 3 wickets have been quite similar, you know, just the back of the length and hitting the top of the stumps each time. 3 for 10 after 8 balls is not bad figures.
In danger of letting this get away. They need to really consolidate here.
Josh Robinson, the new batter. And the first ball from Conway just played on the crease. I think yesterday's win, Crispian, was Geyser's second of the season in T20s.
In the T20s, yeah.
Yep.
We're struggling in this competition, but being competitive, but just haven't got the results. So
and a lot of young players as well. So yeah. It's just a slash outside off. Just didn't probably have enough room there for that one. Two balls left and Conway's second from the northern end. So this is hit to backward point. Still those 2 point fielders in play. Do we dare talk about last night's Black Caps game, Crispian, or do we just leave that?
It's hard that mentality of really winning a series, a dead rubber of sorts. Still an international fixture, but it looked like our batters just went back to it.
Just didn't know how to play almost.
But Sri Lanka did bowl very well.
Oh, very, very much so. There's another slash and had a bit more room at that one, but couldn't connect. After 4 overs, guys are winning the toss and electing to bat. 28 for 3. Got any thoughts or comments, folks? Put them in the chat. I'll get round to them when I see it. Just waiting to see who the new bowler at the southern end is. Henry Conway, 3 for 10 in his 2 overs. As the first ball through cover point and will reach the boundary. 4 runs. Ravi Yawad Pantal onto 19 now.
Yeah, the game situation won't change the way Ravi approaches his innings. He'll be still going hard, and the longer that may that continue to give Geyser a competitive score here.
Brendan Robertson into the attack. There's a big swing at it and can't get much on it. There's a 0 behind, through wide third man, and another boundary, 4 runs. Bit streaky this time though.
Ravi races to 23 off 11.
But he's had all the calamity at the other end, hasn't he? I actually don't think he's faced a ball from Conway yet. But hey, if Ravi can continue this way, around the wicket, there's an appeal for RBW. Might just be hit outside off that one. And they get through for 1 leg bye. 37 for 3, 2 balls left.
Yeah, I like the look of this bowler. He's tall, action, left arm. He's going to get some bounce.
It's Fuller, and just played to cover.
Does collapse a bit in his delivery stride, but still.
I was just thinking that he kind of almost shrinks, doesn't he? At the release point, but whatever works. So this one's hit straight back at him, it's dropped. Hard chance in the follow through. But Robinson off the mark with that delivery. Ends the over. 5 gone, 38 for 3. Yep.
Geyser will be reasonably happy with the run rate, but 3 big wickets gapes. Fouché and Stewart in the hut, so 15 overs to go. Still a room for consolidation before they really flick the switch.
Yeah, well, T20 these days is not that bang, 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 we thought it was when it came into life 20 years ago. You still have time to get yourself in. Just change a bowler at the northern end. It's just playing to the ground to forward point. Nathan Walker is the new bowler. As I tuck this down to short fine leg, isn't the prettiest of shots, but managed to get something on it.
Yeah, Josh does like to be a little unique. Just feel better when he's just getting bat on ball, just playing conventional.
As this one's played down to mid off on the bounce, and they get through for one.
Kind of calls for an innings like Kane Banner. Kane Banner be listening. He'll appreciate what needs to be done in this situation.
Is he a Geyser player or?
He's a 50s plus.
He's a 50s plus, okay. Nothing wrong with a 50s plus player if they can still foot it. This one's pulled round, beats fine leg. Might just get a little bit of touch on it.
Yeah,
wait and see.
Run away too. Just gets to the boundary.
And it's 4 runs. Yes, did get a touch on it. Ravi's 27 off 13 now. Congratulations to Wellington, who took out the over 50s Division 1 title with the likes of Richard Petrie, and there's a few other players in that Wellington side, isn't there? From memory. It's a shorter ball this time. Played to extra cover, run with the shot. And one thing I've learned too, Crispian, when I covered the over 50s 4 years ago, was going to carry on until I broke my ankle. Good community as well behind it. What's this one? Sit down to mid off. They're going to take a run with the shot. Oh, I think that was tight.
That was more than tight, I think.
I was trying to be polite.
I don't think it was tight.
It's a single to end the over. 45 for 3 after 6.
Look, that 50s concept is still a little bit untapped, to be honest. There's plenty of really good players, probably not unaware or just trying to get their communication out there around that 50s community. Also, got guys at our age. It's actually quite good for us just to remain active. Neat to connect with some players we used to play with, some players we perhaps didn't get on that well with in our 20s and found some common ground in our 50s now.
Yep.
You're right. It's a neat connection, and
but I think
it's also the whole fitness, health in our 50s kind of space is a really good concept to build on.
I think the other thing people don't realise too is it's not just over 50s. There's 40s that have just been introduced to New Zealand in the last couple of seasons. Before the 50s came about, there's 60s and 70s still being played internationally as well.
And growing space too.
Yeah. And when you've got players like Richard Petrie, who played about 20 games for the Black Caps, this is down to Cow corner player coming in, and he's dropped it, got into an awkward position, and it'll be a single.
Yeah, she did well to get there. Did all the hard work, and then it's just almost overran it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that actually. He did a mammoth effort. I reckon he's come in about 15 paces and not straight in either on the angle. Comes down the wicket, plays this down the ground, and I'll pick up.
It's well fielded down there, just for one.
Just for one.
Really good fielding.
I was going to say I can't see because the window's in my way.
Probably can't underestimate how important this innings is for a Geyser in terms of Ravi. Really holds the key today.
And this time it's a single down to mid-wicket. Robinson on 5. Yawad Paintal on 29. Ravi has a swing and a miss on this one. Your Adrian Dale as well plays that over 50s. There's actually some really good quality in that. Just played to cover, just for a single. The one thing I did, which I don't think the players appreciated, was I counted how many threes that were being run when they were playing at Cornwall. Over 50s players don't generally like the threes.
Yeah, there was plenty of threes in our innings too, which certainly tested the hamstrings.
I'm not one to talk with my calves and that. This is found the outside edge. Going to take a single to point. If you're a bit on his heels there, you're going to get in comfortably.
Gee, he's a wily bowler, isn't he, Pete Drysdale? He won't give anything away. His 2 overs have just gone for 9.
Cool, calm head and all that, right?
50 for 3 after 7 overs.
Run rate's still good.
Yep, rebuilding and somewhat. Still a wee way to go here for the locals.
Almost chopped on there.
Start a new over here. Robson gets it down very fine for a couple.
He runs.
Nathan Walker into his second over.
This is down to long on the bounce, and I take 1. Robinson now 9. You'll hear the click, click, click of the camera. There'll be photos and highlights posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page in coming days. I've got a bit to get through, which hopefully I can do that before I start back a very busy week on Tuesday. It's just played to cover.
Unusual action, Walker, but he certainly hit some good areas.
It's almost that Paul Adams, isn't it? As he tucks his head in as he comes round. Nothing wrong with a bit of frog in the blender stuff. There's fine leg moving up inside the circle and mid wicket dropping back. Appeal for stumping, but leg didn't really move anywhere.
Smart work there from Ben Parlane. Young prodigy out of the Mount. And one thing the Mount do well is promote their youngsters up to Premier Cricket. So really, really supportive of the youth in their area.
Didn't quite get hold of that, right? He's just practicing, trying to play it more down to where he played the previous one. Only 3 off this over so far. Plays this through cover. Pick up 1 to finish the over. 8 gone, 54 for 4. 54 for 3, sorry. Crispian. trying to make you lose a wicket, you know. Lose another one. But they're building quite well here, these two.
Yeah, still feel a bit behind. 150, 160 will be a good score out here. A competitive one at least. Anything might be a bit below par.
Well, when I've done my stats, and I was flicking through them last night, the average score in this competition would be about below 160. There's been some really low scores.
I think if we walked off now, Geyser would take 160.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Stats only show half the profile, right?
That's right.
You can also watch these games back as often as you like, folks. In the 6 years I've been going, I've only deleted probably 3 or 4 videos for various reasons. So there's a change of bowler at the southern end. First ball to Ravi would paint his appeal for caught behind as it might just touched something on the way through there. There's no signal of wide from the umpire. Tate Marsh is the new bowler.
Just flick the pad, I think, on the way through. Ravi, I feel like has missed out here.
Steve cut for the crease in this one.
Oh, it's a good hand at mid-off. It was running away for 4. They'll still come back for 3, I suspect. Yes, they do.
That was a good diving effort there. He's saved his team a run. Some people say, what's the difference in a run? Well, I think you need to follow international cricket for the last 5 seasons to know how important 1 run makes. Nice second ball. Lines up, goes up over mid wicket, onto the bank, and 6.
Gee, that's beautifully struck by Robinson. Just a full swing of the blade. Took on the fielder.
And what did we say earlier? Maybe 60 metres to that boundary?
Maybe 65 out to there, almost 80 I'd say, the opposite boundary.
But hey, you still got to hit the ball, right? In the junior tournament I was covering, they were talking about the small boundaries, and I go, well, they're the same for everyone. As this next one just hops into the back of the crease, the paint all slipped over, but he's made his ground. Robinson waits. Just places to mid wicket. No hesitation in the running.
Oh.
And Robinson's pulled a muscle, I think.
He has. He hasn't quite made his ground. And big ups to the Mount fielder, holding back the opportunity for a run out.
I actually thought he had thrown, not realising.
No, at this end, the mid-off player was holding onto the ball.
I thought there was a throw at the stumps. But no, fair play to the fielder at mid-off who didn't throw back.
To be fair, Josh still hasn't made that single.
No.
He's struggling in the middle of the paddock. Looks like a calf, I think, and he pulled up very quickly.
Almost as quick as that Sri Lankan player last night did. Not bad.
Yeah, fair play there to Mount. Appreciating injury. Looks like the single will count, and we'll move on. Josh has made some sort of recovery, but we'll wait and see how he pulls up.
Yeah, he's giving a good test there, isn't he? It's his left leg by the look of the way he's moving. Seems okay now, though. There's a slow one, just bring it up to mid-wicket. And Marsh does his own fielding. There's 1 to the total.
Robinson is definitely struggling. He limped his way through there, so he'll be stand and deliver stuff from here on in. And Rick McIntyre knows all about that.
Ends the over 65 without loss after 9. I think it's time to pay the bills there, Crispian. Geyser sponsors at the moment.
Lifestyle Building Solutions, they do some amazing work around the local community here in that space. Chance Cars, Rusty's outfit, still operating, so go and see them, anything to do with vehicles. As we see Bryn Robinson changing ends with his left arms, coming into Rabi. Oh, that's sharp fielding, isn't it? As you are off your own bowling.
Tell you what, Robinson on that one leg, he's done quite well to get back.
Robinson in again. That's all beautifully struck. Through extra cover. Right in his wheelhouse, wasn't it? And that's 4 runs.
Western Heights Pharmacy, Burger Fuel, Ferry Springs, is it? From memory?
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful burgers, as you know. Jeez, quality.
Craig's Investment Partners.
Oh, massive help from Chris Dow and his crew there in the local Rotorua office.
As Robertson got in reply. Full, they're going to play it down to fine leg. That's there was a confident call there from Robinson. he managed to scamper through on that one fine. Take a single.
Yeah, I think he played on instinct there. Normally a one there for a healthy Robinson. Oh, look, a defensive shot. Maybe he's in for the long ball.
But if it was me, and the way my body's built, I break down every other ball. You just play on adrenaline, don't you? If you can. If he plays this to mid-wicket.
Yeah, kind of lost his shape there a little bit, Robinson. Injury's not going to help.
Last ball of the over. Tries to open up the offside there and can't.
Yeah, 3 dot balls. With singles are on offer everywhere.
10 gone, 70 for 3.
Are you on, sir? No. Just want to mention in the table, Mount are sitting 4th in the T20 table, so this is a really important result for them.
There's only a couple of rounds left, isn't there?
There is, yes. So they're going to need just to consolidate their status in the top 4 to qualify for the finals.
The final being held at Bay Oval on Thursday the 30th of January. Unfortunately, because I'm at Suburbs, New Zealand, I can't do the final.
No.
I'm looking forward to hearing Matthew's talk, actually.
So first 10's gone for 70. You'd like to think they'll do better than that in the back end. That'll get them close to 150, 160, which I think be a pass score out here.
Considering they were 20 for 3 at one point, you take 70 for 3 after 10. Just an Earl continuing. This paint will just plays us to points.
Comes in again. Unleashes over cover. This will be cut off there by the sweeper. And they'll get back for 2.
Yeah, I think that's Matt Golding down here on the cover sweeper. Managed to get a nice bounce as well. Joyce helps me having to run to your right. painted on 42. Just plays this straight to short cover.
Gee, this has turned into a pretty good over so far. 2 from it only.
There's only 3 from the last over, so that's 5 and 10 balls. Plays up this time, goes down to Cal corner.
He's found a gap, they'll be back for 2.
Slight misfield down there from long on, but it's comfortable 2 anyway. One ball left for the 11th. As he plays this basically in the same area, but more straighter to the fielder, and they pinch one off the last ball of the over. 11 gone, 75 for 3. Ten runs coming off the last 2 there. Crispian?
Fuck Robinson in again. This will be his 3rd over. He's bowling tidily enough. I do like the idea of his bowling from this end. Right-handers hitting to the bigger boundary.
Yeah, they've got protection at deep backward square and the wicket. As this one's hit down to Cal corner basically, the wicket coming round. And a pick up 2. Takes a step down the wicket, call off 2. Down to...
Gee, that's well struck too. Some good fielding though. Cuts it down to 2. Ravi moves on to 49.
It's almost done it effortlessly, hasn't he?
Oh, you know Ravi, he'll be sucking in the big ones.
Sweeps, and I just think that's gone down. No, it's given! Gone for 49, deserved a 50. And the 4th wicket falls.
Yeah, real shame that. He'd been hitting well, nicely down the ground. Chose to go across the line, missed a straight one, and certainly wasn't going over from our end.
No, I thought maybe just a bit down leg. Umpire gave it a good long thought. The Geyser City captain, Ben Astwood, coming up to bat. Just 1 ball left. No, sorry. We've got 3 balls left in the over. First ball just played back to Robertson. So it gets on the sweep, but misses out.
What's the team list there?
1 ball left in this over, 4 off it with the wicket. Closest to mid-wicket for 1. Gets off the mark. Ends the over, 12 gone. 80 for 4, that run rate just slipping down at the moment.
Yeah, 4 down. The guys are pretty vulnerable here. Pretty lengthy tail. Although Byron would contradict that. He's in next. Byron van der Maat.
He was just talking himself up too, Byron.
Drysdale back into the bowling attack to Captain Aswood. Slashes that out to the off. There's room for 2 here. Robertson seems to have found a new lease of life after that injury.
I think he's saying to himself, what injury? Now, so there's this 3 extra cover, long off coming round to his left, and it was an early call of 2, and they'll get it as well.
Much better shot, square the wicket. Oh, that's great fielding Gainey in front of us. An extra cover, another 2 to Ben Aswood. Total's now 86 for 4.
Thank you for pointing that out, Crispian. The mistake I made on it, but I knew it as you pointed it to it. Drysdale, number 15, halfway through his 3rd.
Oh, I'm sure you want to go back to that.
Get the odd well left from
Smallbone traditionally keeps low. You don't go back on the bone.
not with someone with Drysdale's experience. So it's straight to short cover. Backs away and straight back to Drysdale. Ends the over, 6 off it. 86 for 4 after 13. Robertson to his last over gives a full toss up to mid wicket, and they're going to run back for a quick 2. Throws really gone the wrong end actually. Ben was back, but I think Josh was struggling there a little for 2. He was definitely glad the throw went the wrong end. Comes down the wicket. Way too long off on the bounce. Oh, pick up 2. Lucky that fielder's walking. He kind of twisted his ankle there, Crispian.
They're big boundaries, aren't they? There's always two on the arm. Makes a lot of running though. Oh, he's missed out there.
I think that's been Geyser's problem this innings. He's doing a lot of dot balls. He's down the wicket and skirting out behind point.
Oh, that's a good hand from Robinson. They could have easily gone away for more runs.
Get through for a leg bye at least. You're not the prettiest of cricket all round, that one. Gives himself space. Going to get a single down to long off.
Robinson to complete his spell. Little short, chips it out. Oh, just short of backward point. Scamper through for a single.
Well, that was an interesting one because he's kind of sat back on his heels there and then had to come forward.
It's a handy return, 1 for 25 off his 4.
We'll take that most days of the week. 93 for 4. The Geyser City winning the toss and electing to bat. Ranji, well, yeah, we're not far from where the camera's sitting. I might be able to move it a bit forward. I was just having some issues setting up, but power dictates where we set up. So up here on the balcony it is. First ball of the new over. Just tuck round leg there, pick up 1.
This is the... Is it Marsh? Oh, sorry, it's Earl. Justin Earl.
Justin Earl to bowl his third, 9 for 20. This is just laying short of point. Oh, some good keeping there from Parlane, but I think he's missed a stumping there, Crispy. How did you say that one?
Yeah, just probably half a step back. Didn't get enough, just couldn't reach out to clip off the bails. Ben Estwood just gets home, I think.
So the leg was definitely up.
Just finding a nice length though. Ben's just got to adjust here. Perhaps sit back in the box. Oh, he's going to find open pasture here. And they're going to scamper down for 2.
Well, I'll tell you what,
A little bit of luck, but that was great length again. Just got away with it.
It was regulation mid-off, wasn't it? Where the ball's pitched. And due to the size of those boundaries, especially as you see, crispy and especially straight, there was a long way to come in for long off. He's stuck on the pads this time, but this one going down leg.
Estwood trying to negate the length Earl is finding, which is proving to be difficult.
Yeah, you can't really, well, you can consider coming, coming down the wicket, but he's got to remember that Ben Parlane's up, so that's stumps.
Still plenty of room to nudge on the leg side. Slaps this over cover. They'll come back for 2.
It's uncomfortable, but a good run. Good running, good fielding.
Still only 5 from the over, so Mount will be pretty happy with that. 98 for 4 into the last 5 overs. Really 10 over from here. Doesn't quite get to 150, so they really need to up the ante here. All of a sudden, Josh Robinson becomes quite a key figure here. Injury and all. Looks like Walker again. Nice and full.
Gets a bottom edge that, by all rights, should have gone to the offside. It's gone down to fine leg for 1.
Yeah, settling it down the business end. 4 wickets down. You get the feeling guys will need to clear the hip here. Someone like Vanner or McIntyre at the crease here at the moment. They've been in these situations many times before. Gee, that's a nice shot for nothing.
That's such a cruel game, isn't it, cricket?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how well you play or how badly you play. It can definitely go the other way at times. The third ball, full toss, slipped down to cover. And the old spin on the club ground here. As I thought about 2.
Gee, that's still a nice bit of fielding out there, wasn't it?
Doesn't matter, it almost bent 45 degrees, didn't it?
There's some great arms out there. The Mount really, they fielded particularly well.
They've almost done it effortlessly, really. Haven't done it with too many, bravados.
I mean, that is 100 up, and we're in the 16th over, so very workmanlike, professional performance in the field to date. And look, if they can keep Geyser to 140, I think they've done a really good job out here.
Not a huge fan of cliches, Crispian, but you never know what that pitch is like till the second innings. Although, credit where credit's due, is they'll take 1 to a deep point. As you've said, the way the Maunganui bowlers and fielders have been playing, they've deserved that low score. This is down to fine leg. Just wait and see. I think that was a signal. Yes, it was to end the over. 16 off it. 16 gone, sorry. 5 off that over. It is 103 for 4.
Four overs to go here. What are you thinking, Bev? 140?
120's got to be your first target. You've got to at least get to the 120. If you get that, maybe look at 130. Just cut those overs down, break them down into small bits, and target what you want.
I think either way, it's going to be guys are going to have to bowl out of their skins with the batting lineup the Mount have. So
yep.
It's going to be quite a challenge, but as long as they can keep the game going deep, we all know it's a silly game cricket is.
That's the reason why we watch it week in, week out. Changing the bowling at the southern end, due to Robertson bowling out. Justin Earl into his last over. Starts with a single.
Let's see what Ben thinks about the length. Does he change it up? He does try to go across the line.
Lines up, but Earl has no problem in his follow through. I think that's been the thing too, Crispian, is that as good as some of the shots that guys have played, it's been basically straight to fielders.
Oh look, the bowl to their field, you can't fault that. They found good lengths. Yes, a few have got away, but
Oh, this is down the ground.
and that looks out too.
And
Just straight.
long on, has no issue.
Again, well bowled, straight to the field, in the hitting zone. Yes, if Ben got hold of that, may have been 6, but chances are he'll pull up a chance, and he's just come up a couple of metres short. Nicely struck, but again, just a well-oiled machine the Mount have done in this fielding effort. At 104 for 5, you'd have to say advantage Mount Maunganui.
Ben Dyson at the crease. I've only seen him play in the Geyser Premier League, Crispian, but he's not one to die wondering, is he?
He will, he won't want for missing out, having a crack here today. A little unorthodox. It's all or nothing with Ben Dyson. We're lucky to have him. He's actually just turned up. Thought he was playing the afternoon game. So we're lucky to have Ben Dyson here today at all. He was sitting at home on the couch doing a little bit of work. He got the call about 10 minutes ago, and here he is.
Still sporting that big thick beard he had last season.
It's not the only thing that's big and thick either. And there we go.
First ball.
He's just one of those solid club blokes he won around, Ben Dyson.
Well,
He gives it everything, and you'll hear a lot of him in the field as well. He's just great value.
Took me 5 minutes to realise he's one of my people. As this is down to wide short third man, and I'll pick up 1.
Lakes Consultancy Director and owner, huge sponsor of the club as well, is Ben Dyson. So Ben and our club president, Buddy Evans, runs the Lakes Consultancy business, and they're finding a good niche in the Bay Plenty Waikato market.
105 for 5 with 3 overs to go. First ball of the 18th, and it's a swing and a miss here from Dyson.
So Henry Conway back into attack. Cheap destroy at the top of the innings with biggest of 3 for 10. It's really put guys on the back foot straight away. Always playing catch up at this stage.
In 8 of those 10 runs were 2 balls, the 2 falls that Colin Stewart hit from him through point. So in fact, his figures are better than what it looks.
Another single to Ben here.
I'm sorry, Crispian.
That's all right.
It's a single to extra cover.
They got 2 in the end.
Oh, they got 2s.
Yeah. So just news, Cohen with his 2 boundaries. Yes, that was a snippet of a highlight, but the big news from across the ditch as this Conway comes in the bowl to Dyson.
Oh, there's a big call of yeah, and it's gone straight to cover.
So big news across the ditch is young Blake Stewart. He got his first hole-in-one in the weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, on a par 3, 162 metres.
So that another
out of Sydney.
Stewart clan, is it?
It is. So at the moment, he's probably the sportsman of the weekend out of our Stewart clan at the moment. Although Colin will have a say with the ball later this afternoon.
This is hit mid-off. That's a long off, sorry, for one. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to have any drinks today, Crispian. For those at home, I've accidentally, Crispian's kind heart, he brought 2 Cokes, one for me, one for himself. I started drinking his one as well, and now I've knocked his can over as well. This is down to minute long on coming in, and the 6th wicket falls. Robinson's innings comes to an end. He's gone for 24.
Yeah, a bit of a shame there. Struck it nicely, just turning up the ante. To be honest, just didn't quite get going. 24 off 32, but a pretty handy little knock just to keep guys' wickets intact as we approach the back end of the innings. But yeah, just when things were looking to get exciting, Josh has holed out. And now 2 new batters at the crease. Does make it a little tough with a couple overs to go. Stump. That must have been close to the leg stump. It wasn't wided. Dilraj shuffles across. And with 2 overs to go at 108, G120 does look pretty good from here.
That's what I was thinking, you've got to, when you're struggling in a game of cricket like this, just break it down and into those small targets. Anything you get more of, I would have thought 120 from here. 120 at this point would have been good. But again, credit to Maunganui, they have been bowling and fielding excellently well. I've forgotten your son's name now, sorry, Crispin, but did he wear two pants? Did he wear 2 pants while playing golf?
Did he wear what?
2 pants.
2 pants?
Yeah. Well, in case you get a hole in one.
Oh,
Well, you said he got a hole in one, so it was the first ball of the new over skied. It's going to land, in no man's land. And I'll come back for 2. Oh, come on, Crispin, it's not your first day with me. Peter Drysdale bowling his last over.
Dyson now to give some credibility to the total. That's full again, and
He had a big wog at that one, didn't he?
I just love the way Drysdale just leaves it out wide hanging. Awkward length under the bat. Knowing Dyson's going to give it a lick.
This is played to long on with some force, so just be 1 down to the fielder.
Shorter. Dilraj really. He's trying to hit that 2 straight. Oh, it's been put down at mid-on.
Well, he's coming a few metres.
He did all the hard yards. Got there. And again, almost overran it. It went through him. Dilraj picks up a deuce.
This stage of any time of the innings you take the runs you can get, but especially at the moment. 5 off this over so far. 2 balls left in it. Drysdale none for 20.
There's another chance. Surely. No, he's going to fall short. Dyson scampering back for 2. Oh, he's done well. He's done really well.
That is excellent from the big guy. He's put in the dive as well, which has helped him. Ranji, I'm not sure whether you're talking about us fixing the camera for you or the game itself, but appreciate the comments anyway.
What's he think we're fixing the game, is he?
No, fixing the camera. Down the wicket. Oh, missed.
Missed opportunity there from Parlane. Again, what a great length Drysdale is finding. And they scamper through for a bye.
Did they actually signal that?
Well, you're right. I don't know if they did. Perhaps there was a nibble on that.
Well, the scorers have put it down as a run as well, so we'll put it down as a run. I'm sure Dilraj won't mind.
And at 1:15, 6 balls to go.
16. 116. Sorry, I was a little bit slow there. Chris, mate?
1:16. Last over now, and looks like Conway, as he did at the top of the order, will look to finish off. Maybe pick up a couple of cheap wickets.
Yeah, those figures aren't right. Sorry, folks. He's 4 for 13 off his 3 overs. Given contributed his last over to someone else.
Gee, he's got every chance of picking a 5-wicket bag here, hasn't he? With Geyser swinging for the hills here.
I think he'd be the first one to pick a 5 in Baywide Prem's T20 this season. I know Auckland hasn't had one.
Well, he'll have every chance.
He's definitely deserved it.
Oh, Dyson's got hold of that beautifully. Clears mid-wicket. And that is 6 runs. And that is not a small boundary out there.
No, he's picked out one of the larger pockets, isn't he? And there's 2 fielders.
That could be at least 75 metres. And he's put his big beard and big frame behind that. And no doubt we'll be hearing about that shot for quite some time.
I actually think he took me for a bit of tap during the Geyser Premier League last season.
He wouldn't be the only one, Bev.
No, definitely not.
Oh, that is out. Well, you can't get more out than that.
Soft stump gone, isn't it?
That certainly is. I think it's a broken stump. It is too. Look at that. He's literally chopped it in half.
But well done to Henry. He's picked up 5 like
that is
we
a 5-wicket
expected.
bag. How good's that? Jeez, that's quality bowl.
5 for 20. Tell you what, the umpires have done very well. They've gone straight off, straight to the equipment.
Conway, 5 for 17. Actually, hang on, let's have a look here. 5 for 20, sorry, with 3 balls to go. And mate, he's been actually the difference between what the score might be 120, could have easily been 150, 160. He just took the top off the Geyser order and really been playing catch up ever since.
So it looks as though we've still got a bit of a wait here for a new stump. Not the first time I've seen the first innings this season being delayed by something out of everybody's control, Crispian. I was covering a game in Kumu right at the start of this season, and before the last ball, the innings was bowled, the gazebo went flying. So everyone went scurrying to try and, wrangle that in.
So new batter is Byron van der Maat.
Another colourful person.
Oh, he is, again, just one of those club guys you want to have around. Enjoys his cricket, enjoys everyone's company. First guy to go and help out with gear and off the field stuff.
And you look at him and he doesn't look a lot, does he? That when you get talking to him and that.
Yeah, there's a little bit
I mean that in a really nice way, I should say.
I get that.
I do mean that in a nice way.
I'd say he's got a pretty colourful personality for sure. Tell you what, one of the funniest things, I took him when he was a youngster on a school cricket trip, and he goes out there. All the team are winding up, trying to get into the opposition team, and his call, in full silence, he yells out, "Let's roll them like a durry."
Oh, I remember you telling me this story.
And that has stuck with me. And if that tells you something a little about his personality, yeah, nothing else will.
It said something, doesn't it?
And here he is, facing up, last 3 balls of the innings to Conway.
Beaten by a good one there.
Yeah, just get the feeling Conway needs to just bowl a straight one here, and he might get more than his 5.
What I do love is I was just watching Byron in his stance there, and his bat is always moving. He's always moving his bat around before he plays the shot. There's a bottom edge on this one. Parlane's going to do the fielding himself, but can't prevent the single. 1, 2, 4 for 7. Penultimate, last ball of the innings.
Dilraj Singh to finish off here. Conway, God, has he got a 6-wicket bag in him?
Follow him straight is what I'm thinking. Goes a bit shorter, down to wide long on.
Into long on. They'll scamper back for 2 here. And that will be it. 126. Honours Mount Maunganui, Bev?
Oh, definitely, they'll be the happier of the two. But as we've said, don't know how well that pitch is until another team's on it. We're back in 10 minutes at around 12:30 for Mount Maunganui's chase of 127 to 1.
Right, just missed the first ball there. Ben Aswood is opening attack. Starts with a dot, reverse sweep. Geez, that's ambitious second ball. Straight to the field though, and it's 2 dots. Quite like what Ben's done. He's bowling at to the shorter boundary, so taking responsibility as a skipper, which is good.
Yeah, well, Smale on strike. Batting with Matt Golding, so get a single to get off get your account underway.
Matt Golding's been playing a bit of red cricket lately, batting pretty well nicely. Just builds his innings up.
He has for the last couple of seasons, going by the numbers I've seen.
Ooh, that's left that hanging, Ben Aswood. Matt feeling for it there.
Well, I was going to back that up by saying that we all start at 0, no matter how good or bad we are.
Oh, that's too short. But Matt just very watchful here.
Well, I think he's allowed to. The required run rate is just over 6.5. So, get your eye in and a feel for the ball. That's a really good start from Ben Aswood, the captain. 1 without loss after 1, chasing 127.
Yeah, that really is a good start from Ben. Looks like Ravi opens the batting and the bowling for Geyser.
Wouldn't be the first time I've seen it.
Thank you.
Just noticed something naughty I did in the innings break. So I took down the sponsors for Rusty's overlay and didn't put the sponsors back in. I believe there's a celebration of Rusty's life on Tuesday, is that correct?
In a couple of weeks, yes.
A couple of weeks, sorry. Yeah. I was just talking to Carl. I forgot he'd been overseas at the time. So I've stepped off the pads.
Work through mid wicket, and they'll be comfortable too here. Byron gets his long legs out there. 3 strides later, gathers it in. They're back for 2.
Well, I was watching them warm up in the field. I promise I'll stay away from that one, Chris. And I saw him bouncing around out there. One straight through mid wicket. I'll pick up 2 more. Actually, I had a workmate, Chris, that I did that sort of thing more than once a day. It was a good thing she was a good mate of mine that I worked with. Can't tell this ball stream it off, chase going, but I think Byron, if he's pulled this one in, that is magnificent fielding down there.
Byron's done himself mischief though. He does give it everything, and he has had knee problems in the past, and he is not getting up from this in a hurry.
Yeah, I think it might have just dug in the knee as he went forward, as he went to try and flick it back.
No, this doesn't look good. He has popped that knee out in the past, so there'll be a bit of delay here, and just see if he can gather himself.
Well, if you've just tuned in, Henry Conway leading the way with the ball for Maunganui with a 5-wicket bag. And I was talking to the umpires in the innings break, Crispy, and the stump he broke was about 2/3 of the way up. They offered the stump for him because it's broken. Apparently, they don't get on the honours board at Mount Maunganui unless they take a 6 foot, Which I think in a T20 is really rough.
Yeah, God, 5 wickets and 4 overs.
Yeah.
It's pretty spectacular.
But no, apparently you don't get the name unless it's 6. I suppose that way no one can really argue with you.
So just looking at on strike, maybe they did call that a boundary.
No, there were 2.
They just ran the 2.
Just ran the 2, yep.
And that was great fielding.
Again, the scores below is because I checked on that as well to make sure that
Hey, you're a bit closer.
I am a bit close. Yep, thank you. I'll just stand away. Let's tell you what, that's gone. The Bockers is a big heave here from Smale. No connection.
He certainly looks like he means business, doesn't he? Young Will Smale. Matt Golding, perhaps the perfect foil for him.
Good to see a few of the Baywide Indian boys have turned up. They play at 3 o'clock against Maunganui.
Oh, that's loose. Oh, that's also untidy behind the stumps.
A couple
Scamper
of
through for a wide. It's 2 to the total.
He has kept before though, hasn't he? Evan Fisher. He is 9 for his keeping.
He is. He's in he's in the South African under-19 setup for wicketkeeper batsman.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere that he keeps. Is Cam Ingram the regular keeper? Not playing.
It's a better line from Ravi. Just has a nice, easy-flying run-up, which kind of reflects his personality. Very rhythmic, easygoing.
I was going to say, I don't think you could rattle him with a feather, basically.
Third man coming up to the ring, finally dropping back.
Oh, well played to behind screw on the leg side. Fisher doing the fielding. Takes 1.
Makes some good ground there. Keeps it to 1.
9 of it. It is 2 overs gone for 10.
Just looking at the Geyser lineup, they'll certainly be relying on their slow bowlers today. And the first change is actually going to be Case Mendu. He will bowl his left arm orthodox spin. Hopefully taking the ball away from the swinging arc of Golding and Smale as they eye up that the Smallbone steps.
He's been around for a while, hasn't he, Case? I think he started in Hamilton or Auckland, one of those. Met him before, definitely, as his hit to mid-wicket.
God, just one of those really neat guys. Sri Lankan player. Finds a really nice tidy length.
He's not bowling quick either, but he's just bowling that line and length, and it's working.
Oh, that is disappointing.
That's an ugly bounce. I think the artificial wicket on the other side of the block might have played a little bit of part in that.
I think you're being pretty kind to Ben Dyson there.
He's always kind to me.
That was pretty ordinary.
Winds up, slashes the 3-point, and that'll be the first boundary.
That is frustrating. Single before, and now the boundary to the other batsman. That is tough as a bowler.
It releases a lot of pressure, doesn't it? I mean, the misfield, yes, but then to be hit for the next ball. And on what was a very confident shot as well. One's up, goes up over square leg, and back to back boundaries, 4 runs.
I mean, cricket is a game of sliding doors. Just go back to that misfield, and it's already 9 runs. It's a huge chunk of a small target.
And you're also bowling to the same batter as well, if that misfield hadn't happened. Cut closest to forward point. It was more looking to go leg side for that one.
Look, that wasn't a bad over, unfortunately. Went for 9, and can't be happy with their start. 19 off 3. Ben Dyson, opportunity for amends here as he comes to the bowling crease.
I think I heard him talking downstairs about, just wait till I put the ball in hand. No, you're right. Listen, the plot, along with everything else there. Sorry, Crispian?
Look, just looking at this from a captain's perspective, I've been looking to bowl Matt Golding as many balls as possible. Try and chew up some overs as he finds his feet. Will Smale looks like he wants to go on with every ball, and that won't change. So we can starve him a little bit of strike. Well, Ben starts with a wide.
Apologies, folks, I've actually got the scoreboard wrong there. So I'll just put up another one in a moment.
That is just ordinary, unfortunately.
I've
Full
got
toss, outside leg stump, and it's really just helped on its way.
the treatment it deserved, unfortunately.
And Ben really needs to find his line of length pretty soon here. Well, you all saw that. Pretty much shoves it short, outside off stump, and no second invitation. He's just climbed into that through the covers.
The old overcorrection, isn't it?
And Will Smales is well underway here.
Tell you what, he's gone with a kookawa now. I was expecting more of a slow ball, but he's got that through with good pace.
Just need to pop a little there. And again, just that awkward length. It's not quite there to drive or pull. There it is again. Nice Ben.
It's just good line and length. He's unfortunately gone for 8 runs already if this over.
10.
10, sorry, yes it is. So when I said 8, I was thinking that's not right. It's an appeal for LBW, but it's sliding down leg.
Just get out of this over. His few deliveries have been quite tidy. Just minimise the damage here.
one's cut to backward point. I'll pick up a single. Not too sure what that dive was called, but ends the fourth, chasing 127, but Maunganui 30 without loss.
Another change here. Looks like Colin Stewart. Again, tough bowl into that short boundary, but he has had a good day yesterday. 4 for 20 off his 4 overs.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I do have to admit, unfortunately, just due to time constraints, I couldn't look into the scorecard as much as I would normally.
So this will be a good challenge for Cohen. He does give it flight, so I'd imagine Will Smiles will want to get after this. Supporting an interesting haircut, Cohen.
I was going to say something and I thought I'll bite my tongue on that, but it's quite short.
Wow, there we go.
The reverse comes out.
We've got cueing at the bat there.
Oh, when you're 24 off 16, Crispy, I suppose you can allow yourself the odd innovation. So I'll just play the press.
God, just feel like Will Smiles has a sprung coil here. He's going to unleash soon. You just think Cow Corner is just calling him here. Yeah.
That's where he's going, wasn't he?
Cohen's managed to sneak that just under the bat there, I think. Maybe a little edge, bottom edge.
3 very good balls to start though. As this one's blown off the pads, as the appearance turned down.
Just a little untidy behind the wicket there, but still ball in hand finally.
Reminder there'll be photos and highlights posted to Bev's broadcasting in the next week or so. You can watch these games back as often as you like as I pick up a single to short fine leg.
It's a bit short there from Stewart. Just easily tucked away. Just needs to get out of this over. Last ball.
Only 2 off it, so bit of a tidy one. This is tucked down to fine leg.
Oh, he's kind of escorted that young Gary Patel.
Yeah, I was just thinking
all the way to
he's
the boundary.
almost told the ball where to go.
Yes, just not a bad return in the power play. Just 4 off it from Cohen, but
interesting thing is though, there, Christian, is that when Geyser City were batting, those balls were going more straight to the fielder. They weren't beating the fielder inside the circle as often.
They did bowl a lot better though. They bowled well to their field. Geyser started reasonably well, but still at 34 after 5. Mount certainly in the box seat here.
Will Smile on 26 of 21 and Golding 3 off 9. His first ball's hit to mid-wicket.
Fire on the mid-wicket seems to have recovered. Geez, that's a fantastic mullet, isn't it? Byron. Bit of a ladies' man is our founder Matt. And why not? Looking at
He doesn't lack
handsome
confidence.
figure like that.
He doesn't suffer from lack of confidence, does he? This one's too short.
There's a chance.
When you get the balls ended up tied up with the batter. As Fushia got round to that one.
Gee, that was good keeping to. He scampered around. Matt Golding just looking to get Will on strike here, and rightly so, but certainly no run there.
He's going to punch a single to short cover, and Ben's fallen over the artificial there. I must say, Chris Ben, as good as Smallbone is, I don't like that artificial because that's where I broke part of my foot a couple of years ago now. A year ago, I think it was.
Can't help but thinking it's just one foot in front of the other though, Bev.
That's right, that's what I struggle with.
That
is what I struggle with, just though. As it's down to backward square leg.
Yeah, that's good. Great fielding from Cohen there.
Some very good fielding. It's come around from forward square leg on the boundary. Just a backward square. Yes, I have to say that the injury had nothing to do with the artificial other than I was bowling on it. Got to the end of my follow through and fell over and did some damage. I don't know too many people who carry crutches in their car for that reason. Slow ball hit round. Cohen is going to watch that go over. It's one bounce for.
It's just ordinary. Poor old Ben can't find his length there, and it's a bit of help yourself, really.
Well, Will had no issue with that, did he? He's already had a couple of boundaries off the legs. That was one bounce this time.
That's climbed into that as well as Smells. That'll run over 4 more. Feather short or full, unfortunately. And Will Smells is really making short work of this.
36 off 24 currently. Golding at the other end. Struggling a little bit, but as long as you can keep feeding the strike to Will Smale. He's 4 off 12, Matt. He's definitely a better batter than that one, than those stats show. But
look, he's doing the job. There's no need for him to do anything different, is there?
No, definitely. Good to see Scott Jones turning in to support the mount. Hope you're well, Scott. A funny feeling I've bumped into you a few times in Tauranga.
That's the end of the power play. Field spread somewhat.
You were long off this back, sorry. This one's cut behind square.
Just a little wide. And Stuart and back to 2.
Just too short mid wicket there. They take another single. They're just picking those spots, aren't they? I think Geyser City managed to do those quite well at the start of the innings, but then when wickets start to fall, they lost a bit of that confidence. Long on and long off, back on a boundary. Couldn't see Byron there for a second. So reverse comes out for the 3rd time this innings, but doesn't get anything on it.
Just feel Smells better just hitting long and strong. Just looks like he's got some good levers here. No, he wants to try again. Oh, Ben, he's just...
The spin of the ground there is done and no ends up, isn't it? And that easy one turned into a good 2 in the end. 50 comes out for the mount.
Stuart again. That's full and...
Another single to square leg.
It is a bit of length, but the way the field's set, just easy pickings here for Mount at the moment.
a single to the leg side. So the one fielder inside the circle on the leg side, just doing a bit of the heels at the moment. 7 gone, 52 without loss.
Yeah, tight enough over, but tidy's not going to cut it, unfortunately, for Geyser. Need to break through here.
Well, even though Maunganui are currently on top, it only takes 2 balls to swing the other way, doesn't it? And all of a sudden, Geyser have got the momentum.
Dilraj Singh now onto the attack. Does have a knack of picking up the odd wicket here and there, which certainly would not look out of place from a Geyser perspective.
Golding on strike, he is 8 off 15. The other end was Smale doing the damage, 39 off 27.
Singh into the attack. All outside off stump and Golding. He just looks like in control here at the moment, while Smale was having to go at the other end.
I have to say it was a confident leave, but if you've seen Steve Smith's leave in the Big Bash, I think it was last night, Crispian?
No. Singh in the end.
So it was a leave to almost better Manus Labuschagne. It was a wide down leg, and he's basically really given it the extravagant leave, even though it got nowhere near him.
Lovely. Singh in again. Slow ball. Matt just sort of taps on the head down to backward square, but there is no run.
It's a little dainty tap, wasn't it? Knocked it on its head. A shot that would wouldn't look out of place in indoor cricket.
Singh into bowling crease. Just gets something on it down the corner. His leg by there.
Definitely sounded thuddy, didn't it?
He sweeps. He's got under that and taken.
That was a really good catch. It short fine leg.
Bit premeditated, I think, from Smale, looking to get onto that. Just had no pace on it, didn't it? Slow ball from Dilraj Singh, and he does have the golden arm. All of 38 years of experience, scampers under that, takes it pretty comfortable. And Bevan, that's a much needed wicket.
You called it, Crispo, right at the start of the over. You said he comes in and takes wickets when need to. That's what he's done. He's got the big wicket of Will Smale out for 39 off 28 deliveries. And as you said, very good catch from the more experienced Kasim Menda. Can't say 38's too old because that's what I turned a month ago. But it was quite interesting because he got almost tangled into those two thoughts. Do I keep going back or do I run, or do I turn the shoulders round and allow it to come over the head? In the end, he kept running backwards and it was a very well judged catch.
Look, I don't know Will Smale at all, never met him, but just watching him this afternoon, it looks like he's got a lot of shots, so look, it'll be interesting to follow him a little bit now, just see what he's got in the longer format.
Nivandovi into the attack. Into the batting crease, I should say. Actually, it might be Devoy. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that one wrong. It's the first ball to Niven. As he said to bat that one away from the stumps. Almost chopped on first ball.
Good composure from him there. Just to quietly knock it away. He's done well. And a good over from Dilraj. Picking up that wicket. Just going for the leg bye, I think. So that's a wicket maiden.
I was just going to say it's a wicket maiden with that leg bye.
Would change of attack.
I was right with the Dovey, sorry, Crispin. Just trying to get pretty there.
Just embarrassment of riches for the Mount with Niven now. Obviously playing a lot of rep cricket for the Bay.
Well, they finally find the fielder. They've definitely beaten the fit fielder a few times, Mount. See what Mike Golding's going to do. He's played second fiddle to Will Smale. Picks up a single to mid-wicket. Places straight to mid-wicket.
Only player on the onside there in the ring.
Goes down leg and Fisher's caught one actually.
Could have actually been bat. It's just swung around and unless it there's an edge off the bat, the ball onto his fingers, but he is smarting here a bit.
Might have hit him a bit in the midriff as well.
Back in position though.
Ball of two to deep backward point. Get there comfortably. Jarman Painter can't restrict it. This time backs into the crease and Dyson comes round from third man to point. Single 10 to the over. 9 gone, 58 for 1. Mount Maunganui chasing 127. Ravi Painter back into the attack. The northern end. Dilraj. Now that I'm looking in the right place. Starts the wide. So this one's planning to the ground to cover. Attempted shot at the stumps, but held on to it.
Bad little session here for Geyser. They can sneak through another over or two. Get that above a runner ball.
It's a funny thing, pressure in cricket, isn't it? Can do silly things to people. There's a run behind leg, and it's called a no ball. for an overstep from Dilraj, so free hit coming up.
God, that's so disappointing. That is captain's nightmare, especially at Dilraj's pace.
Goes to the quicker one. It's gone down leg. Chase given one from Kusun Mender. Won't reach the boundary. I'll come back for 3. Just wait and see whether it clipped something on the way through. No, it didn't. It's 3 buys.
Oh, it's just untidy, isn't it?
But it's the sort of thing, Crispian, we saw in the first innings of Mount Maunganui's. They went bowling so many of those balls that all of a sudden Geyser it just releases any pressure. Winds up and can't beat cover.
All controllables though, Dev, and that's something Geyser needs to own.
Oh, very much so, controllables. There's just been a little couple of slips in the field as well. Just Mount Maunganui, it played well so far. So it's through third man, some really good fielding there at short third man.
That's Gary Patel down there. Nicely done.
He knew that if he let it go, it was going to beat him. He's just stuck out a hand from the ground, restricted it to 1. So this will be a single to deep point. One ball to come in the 10th, 66 for 1. From memory, I think Crispian Geyser might have been 70, but they definitely were probably about 4 down at the halfway mark. It's down leg.
Just hard to watch. Wides, no balls, and buys in this over, and just giving Mount a little leg up just when the chance to put the pressure on.
This is clipped off the pads, and Fashil went to go after it, but declined. Got a single off the last ball, and after 10, 68 for 1.
Yeah, so Geyser was 70 for 3.
70 for 3. Yep.
But just, couldn't quite finish off, and only that tells me they only got 56 off the last 10. So
it was 56 when I went to school, Crispian, so
that tells me they didn't really kick on. So
losing
Mount
4
will be pretty comfortable, we've noted, behind where Geyser were at this stage.
Yeah, losing 4 in that last 10 overs too, which didn't help. Golding on 15, Dovey on 1. Golding waits. He's just going to plug this to cover.
Case back into attack, and he'll add some much needed formalities to proceedings as he drops onto an early line and length just outside off.
Call of 2. They've got 2 pointers. Dyson giving chase. Comfortable 2 in the end.
The outfield looks quick, doesn't it, PV? It's a bit of glass.
I'm
Glass out there.
I'm amazed for the amount of water that was on it when I turned up today, but definitely the sun that's been out has helped.
Geyser again. Little short, drops back and just nudges it for 1, and get the feeling the Mount going through the motions here.
That's all they need to do, isn't it? They just need to pick up singles. They don't need to be in any hurry at the moment. Next away on this one, Robertson does the fielding at deep point for 1. Next ball. Might look for two. Slight misfield. They're going to go to the bowler's end. The throw is wild, so pick up two. Again, just things are working for the Mount at the moment. 75 for 1 after 11.
52 now the target of 9 overs, so certainly very manageable. And Ben Dyson into the attack. He's rolling dice a bit here.
Yes.
His first 2 overs went for 22.
Just going to say that myself. Great minds think alike. Crispian. Now, at this stage, there's no plan to live stream Mount Maunganui's game against Plenty Indians, but it is possible. I'll go and talk to the Mount between games. That next game starting at 3 p.m. It'll be, if it is going to be live streamed, it'll be live here on Bev's Broadcasting YouTube channel. Good to have you wherever you are.
Oh, little edge here. Beats everybody. It won't get to the boundary. Big chase for Gary Patel, and he'll haul it in, and they'll return for 3. Matt Goldie is just workmanlike out there as he looks to whittle down this target.
Well, he definitely can hit a ball if he needs to. His current strike rate not showing that, but hasn't needed to hit the boundaries thus far. Straight to the ground, and Fishier's got a glove on it.
It's big over here for Ben. Certainly didn't find his length he would have liked earlier on, so he'll be smarting after that start.
I'm going to pick up a single off the wide. Just hasn't been Geyser's day, has it, unfortunately? Again, though, as I've said, and I'll keep saying, it can just take 2 balls to change things. But Geyser just haven't looked likely to do that at the moment. Vandermark will make sure it's just the single. 81 for 1, halfway through the 12th. Into the legs, and I'll take a single down to Cohen Stewart. A deep square. This is just straight to the ground again. And an easy singles at the moment for the Mount. How many photos do you think I've taken today, Crispine?
107.
Not even close. Try 5 times that many.
Oh, I've been busy.
A bit slow here from Dyson, and just played out to point for 1. Gone, going at 7s at the moment, Mount Maunganui, it is 84 for 1.
Another bowling change as Ben Aswood looks to roll through the changes to find a breakthrough. Cohen Stewart back into the attack.
Again from the southern end though.
Yep, so leaves that boundary open, although I get the feeling Matt's just going to nudge it into the mid-wicket area here. Pick up the single. There he is.
Yeah, none for 11 into his third, Cohen.
A bit fuller here. Net on the full, and Byram scampers in, and they really just amble through.
I was just going to say it was a very slow amble. There's nothing really on the shot, nothing on the ball itself, but it was an easy single to long off. Dovey on 9, Golding on 23.
Mid-off comes up, try and cut that single off. Leaves it open though. And he goes for it. Oh, it's down his throat. And, oh, that is disappointing.
Oh, it's 4. Down the long off, he's taken about 3 steps in and it's gone straight through the hands. It pretty much sums up Geyser's day at the moment.
Cohen's actually bowled quite well there. Forced the stroke, and they brought their fielder up.
Told him to hit it over.
I know what you're there for, and he's just gone straight through him. Well done, Ben, here at mid-wicket there.
Well, the one positive there, Crispin, is he hasn't conceded another boundary like we saw earlier today from a drop catch.
The drop catch was a boundary though, wasn't it?
Yeah, this one was, yes. So this is to cover a good sprawling save down there.
I get the feeling that was a ball of frustration there from Cohen as he whipped it in.
Last ball of the 13th.
Yeah, well bowled again.
It's full.
Oh, that's unlucky. And he's questioning that too.
I was going to say, Cohen and Fisher behind the stumps is going, really? But, as I always say, the umpires are the ones closest to the action than we are, and the one that has to make the call. This is going to be...
cost 2 runs, that call, but better position than we are.
Ends the 13th, 92 for 1.
Well, the over did create the opportunity. Got through shortly after, but yeah, just couldn't back it up in the field. And can be expensive, but he is a wicket taker, and that's what they need at the moment.
Let's see. So I was going to bring up in stats is the average is about an RPO of 10 in T20s since the start of last season, which is not reflective of the sort of bowler he is. Those in T20 Premier matches, both plenty Premier matches since the start of last season. This is banged into the pitch and just pulled round to deep square leg to Cohen for 1. Reminder there'll be highlights and photos posted to Bev's Broadcasting Official in the next week or so. We've quite a bit of cricket coming up actually. We've got 7 T20s in 3 days. There's a good lifting delivery. Be one for the over.
Good intent here from Ravi. Just got to change it up here.
Yeah, well, the full ball hasn't worked, has it? So it just needs to look his direction. This is down leg. Might just got a little touch on that. Yeah, he did. Just into the ground to the keeper, for keeper. that sun that was out here for most of the day, Crispian's gone behind the clouds a bit. It's clouded over. I mean, no hint of rain, but conditions definitely not the same as it was for the Geyser City innings. Got a bit of bat on this. It's gone through fine leg, it'll be 4. Just got a little touch on it.
Yeah, it's a no ball as well. Just adds to the pain here. Just gets a bit untidy. Ravi now. Let me back this up. No change to the field, which is unusual.
I think fine leg's just gone a bit straighter.
I gotta keep it the same, sorry, of course.
No, good point. Free hit coming up. Second one from Maunganui. This is another full toss down leg, and Mendes done well to field it. Pick up 1. 100 comes up for Mount Maunganui. 27 now required from 37. Quick signal to cover his hit. And he's home, not by much though.
Good work from Josh. Feels a little bit to make up after that drop catch.
Ends the 14th, 101 for 1.
Six overs left. Just 26 runs to win. Looks like Stewart's can bowl out here. Certainly look most threatening, although still wicketless. As is most of the guys are attacked, to be honest.
I was going to say only 1 wicket falling. Deserved a wicket in that last over though. That was dropped it long off. There's a bit of confusion.
Easy now.
And Stewart's done the old harbour bridge over the top of it, but Byron Vandermat's helped him out, backing up. Just poke to backwards square. The fielder from short fine leg does the fielding.
One down there to mid-off. Josh Robinson with the throw. And Cohen again, rolling nicely to his field, but just no penetration here from Geyser. As the Mount go through the motions here.
And this little slap down to deep point.
Yeah, good fielding there from Ravi. Gets it in the air and keeps it to 1.
It's a problem when you have an artificial pitch in the block, isn't it? That you just never know where that bounce can go if it is a bit awkward.
Yeah, nicely done, Case in the covers.
Just having a look at Mount's net run rate. As you said earlier, they're 4th on the table. Currently 0.73 is the net run rate, which is the 3rd best out of that top 5. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do try and just lift the tempo a little bit more to make that net run rate better.
That's nicely played. Backward point. Just leant on it. Easy 2. That ends Coleman Stewart's spell. He'll end up no wicket for 23.
With the RPO's under 6 and they're going going just above 7s, so other than the wickets, other than being wicketless, he's bowled quite well. You guys can talk if you want to.
Me?
Right, just to the kids that were sitting in front of us, you could whisper, they were whispering.
I like this from Ben Eswood, looking to squeeze a bit. Try and drag this out as much long as he can.
Yeah, I would paint it from the northern end. This is driven, beats cover.
Oh, that is a shot though.
It's a decent shot and gets a decent result for.
Through extra cover, beautifully timed. Quite ergonomic in his bat, just kind of dropped it through the covers there.
Yeah, there wasn't too much on anything.
And that's his first boundary.
How many balls has he been out there?
43 balls.
43 balls, yeah. But, as we said earlier, when Snail was in, you know, he's doing his team the job so far. Shorter one from Yoward Paintal, and they get 3 for 1. Dyson does very well backing up.
He does. I don't think he was ready for that, but he's done brilliantly.
I think he started to move and then real quicker. Just a.
Gee, that was Sean Gapes out there. Haven't heard his. Game just hasn't gone his way today.
No,
gun fielder, obviously missed out with the bat today, and yeah, he's not bowling at the moment. Just harbouring a bit of an injury. Ravi in again.
Good little hop on the crease there, but back to the bowler. So Golden 26 off 41, Dovey 20 off 19.
Well, he's got hold of that, up and over and mid off. And that's 4 more.
Well, if there was any question.
Right, Bev. Just trying to knock this off pretty quickly. Guys are helping a little bit by trying to squeeze, bring the field in, and yeah, the result is another boundary.
I was going to say, if there's any question about that first before the over, there's definitely not one about the second. $12 now required. This is a short one, and
yeah, that's way over his head. Again, good intent, but yeah.
Well, the idea was right, just a little bit lacking on the execution, unfortunately. It's good complex here with Smallbone, isn't it? There's a few hockey turfs. Is there tennis as well?
No.
No? It's just hockey and cricket?
Bring your tennis racket.
Excuse me.
This is cooked down leg side.
Another wide.
Thank you. Just being told there was tennis courts not far from here. Thank you, though. That's what happens when you live at the bottom of Coromandel. Which is something we said we would touch on, Crispin, but haven't. Thoughts go out to the people battling the fires in LA, which is pretty much almost everything but destroyed the city. but a bit closer to home, the fire on Blackjack Road, north of Whirianga, and the Coromandel. This is just bunted into the ground for one.
As much as this is hard to watch from a Geyser perspective, there's people doing a lot tougher than us. And yeah, that's some of that stuff is unreal to watch on TV. So. Well, Ravi's just about to finish his third over. He's gone for 30 and just hasn't been tight enough today. Certainly threatening.
He's done a bit with the ball, but just not quite enough.
There's Mac, typical Golding. Bunts it down, pinches an easy single, turns over the strike, and what do we got now?
8 to 1 off 4 overs. 119 for 1.
That's what turns to Gary Patel.
I was just going to say, it sounds like Gary's going to be bowling.
So good on him. Gary bowls little left arm darts. He won't give much away. Bit of a tough ask for him, but you know. He can bowl a couple of maidens here, it'd be interesting.
Well, you never know though. I mean, I've seen worse things happen in equations like this, so.
Oh,
just wide of Gary.
Finds a good full length early on, so not easy to do first up. Mine first ball's normally half tracker.
Bit quicker that one. Well played though.
Just wonder if Geyser missed a trick here without Ben Aswood was still got 2 overs to go. Case 2 overs to go. Gary, look at him finding his length early on. Cohen bowled well. Potentially 4 spin bowlers there. Might have made things a bit different.
Yeah, well, okay. Henry Conway got the 5er, but a lot of that was through the spinners. This one's through fine leg and will be 4.
Just as I say that.
The old commentator's curse, Crispo.
Big dirty pie from Patel, and it's tucked away around the corner.
It's right, and I'm pretty sure it's not your first, but I always say you can't call yourself a true commentator unless you put the curse in, and that one was delicate. Played that quite late, but confidently. Margin is now 4. Goes back into his crease and just bounces back to Gary Patel. Ends the over, 17 gone, 3 to go if we need it. 1, 2, 3 for 1 with 4 needed.
Yeah, just the bowling stats perhaps reflects what I just said. The medium paces for Geyser have all gone for 10 plus and over, whereas slow bowlers are sort of going from in between 3 and 5 runs and over. So perhaps something to think about next approach.
I think, as we all know too, Crispian, is that a lot of cricket is hindsight.
It certainly is.
You sit back now and go, I could have done this or that. But all that is hindsight rather than foresight. It's foresight that can win you games. As Byron van der Maat in from the northern end.
Byron, another medium pacer, and he can bowl at the odd surprise delivery too. So look, full credit to Ben Aswood, just trying to pull all the tricks out here, just to get that breakthrough.
Short whip round behind square.
That could be it.
And that'll be the game. 4 to 1. Mount Maunganui have won this by 9 wickets and 17 balls. But Crispian, basically start to finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, Conway set the tone early on. 3 early wickets, ended up with 5. What a great spell that was to kick things off. Geyser always playing catch up. Showed some promise at the halfway stage at 70 for 3 after 10 overs, looking to launch, but never kicked on. And 126 was never going to be enough. And the Mount, very workmanlike, particularly Matt Goldie, batted right through. He ended up on 37 not out.
Off how many?
Off 51.
51, yeah.
Will Smale, very aggressive at the top, 39 off 28. And then Niven Dovey had a life, ended up with 32 not out and just shored things up. Mount, 3 overs to spare, very workmanlike result. And they're going to the afternoon against Oakland Indians. Pretty confident, I would suggest.
Yeah, so that game's at 3 o'clock. I'll get them to spell out, get them to announce it over the social medias if that game will be live streamed. Anyway, big thanks to you again, Chris. It was great working with you, mate. And until next time, folks, hei kona.